Welcome, fillies and gentle colts, to the Pastel Pony Podcast. I'm your host, Vos de Sueños. Name's a work in progress, but point being, I have decided after some consideration that for the time being, at least while I'm working on getting a website up with the help of my friend Mobius, and working on continuing all of these things, and still having to break stuff up, as well as wonderful user submissions in terms of comments on the last PSA, I'm going to split up the podcasty portions and the fanfic readings, but I'll be posting them on the same day. So, technically the episode of Pastel Pony Podcast will go along with whatever gets posted that day and may answer questions or talk about ponies and that sort of thing. One thing is that I have originally recorded the podcast portion right before starting to read the fanfic, which is kind of a problem because it means that if I'm reading it for the first time, as I will be for almost everything, I won't have any way to leave my suggestions or talk about the process of recording or anything like that. So that's one of the reasons that I'm splitting it up, in addition to the fact that if I post them separately, if all you want to hear is the fanfic, which based on the fact that you're listening to this, you probably don't, but either way, you can just listen to the fanfics if you want and not have to worry about me blathering on for, 5, 50, 100,000 minutes. Besides that, I also have stuff that gets very outdated. So, the episode that's going up in a little while, the second half is actually rendering as I'm recording this. The original podcast portion is 3 weeks old and is very, very outdated as compared with, say, the PSA I put up or what's going on right now. For example, Mobius has told me that the podcast or the site that he had is very podcast friendly. We just have to smack it with a hammer until it accepts us as Lord and Master of Internet Land. But that means that I can record some more of the grimdark things. I can go with some of the light shipping fics that I really like personally. And I can also record longer things and post them in better ways and make them available for download for free. So, besides that, I also had a couple of random things to mention. One is that I've got one of my friends on the forums, PatTap3, looking at the Lunafix from the contest a while back because, although I love them, I haven't had the time to go through all of them because I've been working through what have become some of my favorites, which are Antipodes and Past Sins. In fact, if you didn't see the comments under the last PSA, I will be recording Past Sins, maybe as soon as tomorrow, although I guarantee it won't be up that early. Here's a look at my process. The recordings tend to lose 5 to 10 minutes of time, depending on how long they are. In addition to that, it also takes about 4 times as long to edit as it does to record. So, say I've got a 40-minute recording like the Girl, the Gator, and the Tanuki. That means that it will get cut down to about a little less than 30 minutes, which as of right now it is. And then it will take up to 2.5, 3 hours to edit, which is about right. And that doesn't seem like it would be a lot of time, but it's very hard to sit down and edit for that long. So, either way, that's part of the process, and that's what I plan to be putting in these P-cubes, which, for you guys that like this kind of stuff, you can listen to my process and continue listening to my voice, or for those of you that don't, you can completely ignore the rest of these and just listen to the fics, and then I'll reevaluate this strategy when we come to getting the website up and running. Finally, I've been requested to do something else by someone else. In fact, the person who later requested Past Sins, which I did agree to do. However, the original request, I won't even mention the name of on here. You know who you are. You know. I'm internet looking at you. I'm not even mentioning the name of this fic, but when we get the website up and running, I intend to do it, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But it's a horrible thing, and it doesn't belong on YouTube. But again, I will be recording Past Sins probably tomorrow, as long as I don't get called into work. And I've been working on Nyx and Spell Nexus and a couple of the other characters that I'm really not sure how I'm going to voice. And hopefully it will work better than my mind is telling me it will. But besides that, I may also approach the PK, the author of Antipodes, because he's also looking for ponies to do audio recordings. So we'll see. But in the meantime, you will get hopefully a chapter or two of Past Sins every 2 weeks. And then the off weeks, I will hopefully be recording, stuff like the next chapter of So Long and Thanks for All the Ponies, or The Shadow Over Hoof's Mouth, or what have you. So, cool stuff. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Get excited with me. All right. See you guys soon.